As we head into the second half of 2022, smartwatches have become one of the must-have gadgets for a lot of us. Be it as a fitness tracking device or even a fashion statement, the global smartwatch market is rapidly growing. Hence, there are lots of options to choose from depending upon your budget. And of course, the best smartwatches are going to cost you a premium price. But this year, we have seen some great mid-range smartwatches that, if you ask me, provide the best value without major compromises in the overall experience. So in this video, I have selected my top 7 picks of the best smartwatches under $200 or some 20,000 rupees in India, starting with Samsung's Galaxy Watch 4. This is a pretty significant smartwatch, not just for Samsung, but for the overall wearable industry in general. That's because Google and Samsung finally teamed up to come up with the Wear OS 3 platform with the Watch 4, which combined the best of both worlds. In fact, the Watch 4, along with the more expensive Galaxy Watch 4 Classic, are the only ones running on this operating system so far. From its fluid performance, all health and fitness tracking features, to the freshly unlocked potential of the new platform, this is hands down the best smartwatch for your Android smartphone. It even supports Google Assistant in a handful of regions now, and if you own a Samsung phone, you will be able to make the most out of this smartwatch since a select few features are exclusive to Galaxy devices. The only thing that is not great here is it still does not have the best battery life, as the max you can get is 1 to 2 days of endurance. So if long-lasting battery life is crucial for your smartwatch experience, among other stuff, then you should consider the Huawei Watch GT3 instead. Sure, it might not have the extensive app compatibility or the all-smart features of Wear OS, but because of this, it can deliver almost 2 weeks of battery life. And for what it's worth, Huawei's home-brewed Harmony OS is actually pretty great. I vividly remember how the pre-Harmony OS era of Huawei smartwatches had an excellent design, excellent display and everything else, but they were ultimately let down by sluggish software. But the Watch GT3 feels anything but sluggish. It also supports a handful of third-party apps, actionable notifications on incoming messages, Bluetooth phone calls, and local media storage. So yeah, this is far from other generic wearable operating systems out there. And besides performing great, the Watch GT3 looks and feels great to wear as well. Huawei also continues to deliver on the health and fitness tracking front too, as this guy comes loaded with everything you'd expect. But if you are a total fitness freak, few companies make as compelling wearables as Fitbit. And the Versa 3 is still one of the best all-rounder smartwatches in 2022. We know that Fitbit's health and fitness tracking abilities rank among the best in the business, and you get to experience all that with the Fitbit Versa 3. Matter of fact, this smartwatch managed to keep me on my feet like no other with all its goal-based fitness tracking features like Active Zone Minutes and more. And its companion app is some of the best in the business as well, which organizes all your health data in a pretty easy to understand manner. And if you're willing to go the extra mile with a premium subscription, Fitbit also offers some features like a skin temperature variation reading and additional deeper insights into your personal health. Other than these health and fitness tracking features, the Versa 3 is also a full-blown smartwatch that can do it all, including almost a week of battery life. Still, there are a few areas where the Fitbit Versa 3 is not as good as its competitors, like its app library and some minor performance hiccups. Okay, next up we have the Ticwatch E3 from Mobile. It was launched at $200 initially, but you can currently get it at as low as $160, which makes it among the most affordable way to have Google Wear OS on your wrist. Sure, there are even cheaper Wear OS watches out there like the Fossil Sport, for example, but what makes the Ticwatch E3 special is that it is powered by the flagship Snapdragon 4100 processor. That means not only the performance is top-notch here, but it will also receive the Wear OS 3 update I talked about earlier. And from Google Play support for all of your apps to actionable notifications and everything in between, the Ticwatch E3 pretty much nails the Wear OS experience as is. However, its health and fitness tracking features certainly are not on par with what Samsung, Huawei, or Fitbit smartwatches manage. But for casual users like me, I'd say that the Ticwatch E3's fitness features are more than enough. And one more thing, this is the only entry on our list with an LCD screen, although I must say that this display is perfectly practical for everyday use. Okay, moving on, the Amazfit GT S3 and GTR 3 Duo are also a couple of great smartwatches under $200. The GT S3 has an Apple Watch-like squarish design, while the GTR 3 flaunts the traditional circular watch dial instead. Its bulkier form factor means that it enjoys a much larger battery. Matter of fact, Amazfit claims 21 days of backup on the GTR 3 and just 12 days on the other. And the reason they have such a long-lasting battery life is Amazfit's new operating system called Zepp OS. Besides power efficiency, this OS is quite intuitive and feature-rich too. Amazfit has also nailed the design and comfort aspect with these smartwatches. These are extremely comfortable to put on and are lightweight to the point where you might not even feel them on your wrist. As for health and fitness tracking, they've got everything you'd want from a premium smartwatch. But the one thing that might be a deal breaker to some is that they don't support Bluetooth phone calls. Okay, another familiar name in the world of wearables is Honor, and the Watch GS3, which recently launched in India, is the company's first smartwatch after separating from Huawei. Despite this, you can feel the Huawei influence on every aspect of this device, from its design, UI, health monitoring, and the overall smartwatch experience. Anyway, Honor's approach to the Watch GS3 is quite interesting. It's got a classic round dial watch, but you can crank up the classicness with different straps and case colors. And for such a premium smartwatch, it does not feel that bulky to put on either. Apart from the looks, the Watch GS3 is geared towards fitness tracking as well, and something that caught my eye here is Fitness Courses feature, which guides you through your workout with visual demonstrations, countdowns, and more so that you hit your exercise goals. Honor has also improved heart rate monitoring and location tracking by a lot this time, whereas the Watch GS3's battery can last up to 2 weeks at a time as well. But when it comes to the companion app, I still see some room for improvement here. Anyway, the last entry to this list is the Xiaomi Watch S1 Active, and it is also a pretty great smartwatch under $200. The company has been more focused on nailing the basics and delivering a decent smartwatch experience here instead of trying to stand out from the crowd. Its design, while not as premium or anything, is more than serviceable. The battery life here is equally impressive, whereas Xiaomi's custom MIUI watch interface is easy to get around to. Then again, this custom OS is pretty limited when it comes to features compared to Wear OS or Huawei's Harmony OS. In a way, you can almost call the Watch S1 Active a simple extension of Xiaomi's fitness trackers. Likewise, the Watch S1 Active has got it all in terms of health and fitness tracking, but unfortunately, we found that its sleep tracking is not at all reliable. On top of this, its companion app called the Mi Fitness app is due for a proper polish itself. So there you have it, guys. That was all for my topics for the best smartwatches under $200. Like I said in the beginning, you really don't need to spend a lot to get a decent smartwatch these days. And thanks to all these choices available, you get to filter through your priorities and get the one that matches your needs perfectly. So that's been all from me. Thank you for watching. I'm Pratima, and I will see you in the next one.